Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Vertical Slice. I'm Gareth, and we will be playing this evening Poker Night 2. In fact, this will be the second time I've played Poker Night 2 because I didn't realise I wasn't streaming the first time. And so I played almost half an hour of it before realising no one had been able to watch it. So we're doing this again, for your benefit and for my benefit. Hopefully this time it will be actually more, less rehearsed. More rehearsed. Would you prefer more rehearsed or less rehearsed? You don't need to see me adjust the sound, for one thing. So Poker Night 2, I have said before, it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty, good sequel to the original Poker Night. It features Brock Samson, who, I don't know who he is. Ash Williams, I don't know who he is either. Brock Samson is apparently in some Venture Brothers cartoons. Ash Williams is in the Evil Dead films, if you've watched them. I suppose a lot of people have. Sam is from Sam and Max, and then would normally sit here, there he is, Claptrap from Borderlands. I've busted him out already, so that's why he's not playing. And we've also got Mad Moxie here in the background from Borderlands as the quiet person who serves drinks occasionally. And yeah, it does very similar things to the first Poker Night game. It kind of like hits all those same things. It does the funny banter. It does the conversations. The poker is still pretty poor. You only have a choice between Omaha, Texas Omaha, and Omaha poker and Texas Hold'em, and those are the only two modes. But that's all you need, really. You came to this for the funny stories and for stuff like that. And you can also outfit the inventory with a load of random, effects and stuff. So this is the Venture Brothers theme here. So all of these things apparently are like in the Venture Brothers cartoons. I didn't realise that if we just sit here, they say nothing at all. They just look stony-faced at each other. This is where I'll pause from now on, because this is where you don't get them badgering you to ante up or whatever. They can just sit here quietly looking at the table. Ah, dear. Okay. Let's begin the game, or continue with the current game, I should say. I'm doing poorly, I've already said. I am terrible at poker. Terrible at this game.
I call.
Either the AI's got better, or I've got worse. We are going to call it. Bad choice. Oh,
I can't even work up the enthusiasm to dismiss these cards with an overwrought simile.
That's what I think to your raise.
Steals the blind.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that was probably the right call.
So the idea of this was that I would play poker casually with these guys, and we discuss developments in E3 this week. The first time I did it, I carried on forgetting to talk about E3, so I will try to plough through the E3 when we get to a break in the game, rather than, oh, this is a great hand, rather than do it in the middle.
Not like. That'd be weird.
I really like Max. He's a great character. Sorry, this is Sam. I really like Sam and Max. They're both great characters. We're going to call it.
Amen.
I'm going to kind of like play fast and loose here, because that's probably the best way to play this. Fast and loose. You know that's still going to end in brilliant stuff happening. Yeah.
You know, in all the excitement, I've kind of lost track of this.
Oh, he's going all in.
I'm just going to go all in.
How amusing.
Nope.
Sam only goes in if he's got a good hand. Ash goes in randomly.
You should know that a Williams never bluffs.
Really?
Except when we do.
Woo.
Ah, hell.
Fuzz nuggets.
The number of times Sam? Yes, Sam says fuzz nuggets is crazy.
Check.
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 The player has a pair of queens.
That's all.
Mr. Sampson has ace high.
Ah!
And Ash
Oh, God.
has a pair of nines.
Oh, thank God.
The player wins the hand.
Hooray.
You know what they say. Lucky in cards, unlucky in love. Oh wait, that's a bad thing.
Alright, that line's pretty good. I said earlier that the writing on GLaDOS is pretty bad, but that's an okay line there. Get somewhere in the game then. Fold.
You
We'll
know, I
watch them
think
play this game.
S-Mart sold some Venture Industries products a few years ago.
The vibrating space bras or the self-cleaning toilet seat?
So E3 this was this week. It ended yesterday. We learnt a
I was
lot.
going through a rough patch.
We learnt about the new consoles coming in November or December,
Great day
if
in
you
the
are to
morning.
believe some people.
Call.
All in. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
I think Sam might win this. I do like the percentage signs they give you these days. In the first game, they didn't give you that to guess how much chance there was of people winning.
Cracking frail.
Oh no, Ash has taken it. Oh dear. It's always on the final cards. It's always on. Like
Ashley has
the
a pair
turn
of
or the river.
tens. Sam has
Always.
a pair of nines. Ash wins.
Now we're talking.
one pair higher. So yeah, on we had day 0 back on Monday. Yes, Monday, and we had the main conferences. There was no Nintendo conference, which was rather strange, I thought, because you would think at this time Nintendo would be wanting to, you know, focus on getting the Wii U into as many houses as possible, because it hasn't been going that well as far as I can tell. You know, they were selling them at a loss for a bit. Oh no, that was the 3DS. They were selling at a loss for a bit. But I don't think they're making that much money on them at the moment. So to not have a major conference and to not have Reggie up there and to not have Iwata up there seemed weird to me. So they only had their Nintendo Direct thing, which I don't count as a press conference, so I didn't watch it. Don't care what came out of that. Apparently the Wii Fit trainer is in Super Smash Bros. That's hilarious, but irrelevant. So yeah, not sure what's happening with Nintendo. They seem to have dropped out of this race for the time being. The race between the Xbox One and the PS4. And so on Monday we started off with Microsoft conference. Sorry this is boring to watch, but you know, you can just watch them staring at each other, grimacing. And they discussed, you know, their console. They talked more about the things it could do. They announced that it would have Twitch integration, which you're enjoying right now if you're watching this. And it would have... they didn't talk anymore about their crazy DRM that's got a lot of people riled. Being a primarily PC gamer and never having owned... This is big... Take everything I say with a pinch of salt, because I'm about to say I have never owned an Xbox 360. I have never owned a PlayStation 3. This is all speculation on my part. I just play PC games, really. I have a Wii. I play it maybe once every 2 months. That's it. So don't trust me. Don't trust me. Don't trust anything I'm saying. But yeah, they did not address... Oh, hello. Hello. Yes, we will play eventually. Just go away. And they didn't discuss their DRM things. They just kind of like let that slide. They did announce a price though of $499, which is quite high. We'll get on with another hand.
It wasn't your fault. Besides, we sold a truckload of ointment after the recalls.
I can't even remember the beginning of that story Ash was telling.
I called.
I'll...
9 ace. That's fine. That's fine. We'll check. Aha! 9 ace. Perfect.
Check.
Now, does that mean he hasn't got anything? Am I supposed to mean that? We'll bet because we got something.
Call.
It's not good to bet small though in this. I should have bet much bigger than that. He's going to go all in
I'm all in.
because he's got nothing. He's got nothing.
Day in the morning.
I'm gonna
could
go-
call bets
I'm-
this small until the cows came home.
I'm going to go
Which
in for
makes me
7
wonder why I'd
400.
be playing poker in a barn.
We're going to raise it 7 or 8,000, I should say. Yeah.
And here I thought we were playing a friendly game of high-stakes poker.
No.
Gotta be bluffing, right?
Yes. Well done.
I call.
Oh, he called it. Surprising.
I'll check.
We are going to check. I still have 2 pair, that's it. We are going to... Yeah, check again.
The player has 2 pair. Mr. Williams has a pair of kings.
Okay. Sam?
Sam has Ace high.
Ah.
On the
You see, they
top
really
card,
don't.
the player wins.
Sam would never have gone in that hand if he was
The
real.
player wins the hand.
Sam, you're not real!
Ash has been eliminated from the tournament.
Bye,
I
Ash.
knew I shouldn't have trusted that gypsy charm.
Oh well, I'm doing alright. Anyway, back to E3. So now we're between a hand. Yeah, so the price seems quite high. £4.99. £429 if you are in Britain, and €4.99. Yes, that's right. If you're in the rest of mainland Europe, oh, the Eurozone, I should say. Quite high. I think that's what happened last console generation, was that the tables have turned now. At the beginning of last generation, Sony were in the dominant position. The PlayStation 2 had done magnificently. Still, probably one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Well, has it been outstripped now? I think it has, but it definitely did magnificently. And the Xbox original did very badly. Well, no, that's unfair. It did reasonably, but it didn't, like, break records or anything. And so Sony came into it thinking, we are going to charge a load of money for the PlayStation 3. People are going to immediately get it because they love PS2 so much, and we're going to have them all roll in with us. And that didn't really happen immediately off the block, because the Xbox 360 launched and it had a lot more attractive things at the gate. It had its online connectivity and stuff, and when the PS3 launched, did it even have friends and stuff and achievements? I don't think it did. Although achievements didn't launch with the Xbox 360, did it? They came afterwards as well. All of this, again, speculation. No facts in this, just my kind of like rambling off the cuff. But I feel that they've now changed positions, that Microsoft are in the dominant position. They feel that they can get away with charging quite a large amount of money, and people will follow them from the 360 to the Xbox One, the third Xbox, the Xbox One, the third Xbox, hoping that people will just continue to get it because it is the next Xbox. Whereas Sony have taken a more contrite line, as we will be seeing when I talk later about that, when we get to it. Patience, plenty of hands before that.
I follow.
So Microsoft showed a load of games, which is good. They showed, we are going to, he's folded. Alright, let's just bet big in an attempt to make him fold.
That was a clever move that won't come back to bite you in your ample posterior.
Thank you.
Buy a lot of Bowie knives. I'm all in.
Oh, silly.
Oh,
Shouldn't have done that.
nuggets.
See, now I'm going to go all in. Now I'm going to call him. But, yep, he's got a better hand straight off, so... But it all comes down to the 5 hands. But I bet you Brock will have a better hand than me. If I were a betting man, which I must be because I'm playing this game, he's immediately got a better chance than me now. Yep, I think it's all over, bar the shouting. And there we go.
Oh yeah.
See?
Brock has two pair, and our silent friend has
Silent
two
friend.
pair. Brock wins with the higher pairs.
Sensible.
Cool.
This is why I don't play poker for real. Or I do, and I lose. I do play poker for real, like every, I don't know, month or so. And I hardly ever win. It's terrible. Yes. So Microsoft, they announced a lot of games, or showed a lot of games. They showed their thing from Remedy, Quantum Break, which is a TV show and a game or something. Didn't really explain it. Looks interesting. Could be really interesting. Freezing Time, some such. And they showed Destiny, Bungie's latest thing, and they showed that there will be another Halo game, but who cares about Halo? Some of you do, I'm sure. I really couldn't care less. I could not care less. That's true.
Most poker
But it was,
professionals fold over
yeah,
50% of the
pretty
time.
good.
But hey,
Fold.
what do they know?
I did not know that. Interesting. Maybe I'm a poker professional folding so much. Like, now!
You know, most of the poker
Probably
games
should have
I've
gone
been
on
invited
that.
to
There was a
are
fine hand. There
real
was nothing wrong with it.
amateurs.
You worry too much, Brock. Max and I have been
What a-
coming here for years without
Oh,
even
well,
a
that's
hint of
not-
a death trap.
Yeah.
Unless you count the killer mini tacos.
I don't know. This whole place
Steve
just
from Borderlands, we just heard there. We should go to the Borderlands set. We've got
Weird as
Borderlands
in life,
music.
bottle.
Let's actually do that.
You like
Have some Borderlands music up in here. It is that. And 2. Nope, not bounties. Haven't on all of those stuff yet. We're going to go Borderlands. Sony game.
Reprogram your optic nerves to be
Look at how amazing the inventory looks. There's Moxie. Don't say anything. There's no need to say anything. Thank you.
Shut.
Nothing like the thrill of high-stakes poker. Check.
I shouldn't find that funny.
Sam has a pair of 5s.
Oh,
Brock Samson has Jack High.
Jack
Sam
High.
takes the pot.
Well done, Sam.
Ever bet against a freelance policeman on the edge?
Amazing
Let me see.
The
$4,000.
lines have been increased to 264 and 4C8.
What does that mean?
23.
Mm,
I'll give you a minute to work that out before I deal the next hand.
okay. Wow, she does actually wait there. Didn't expect her to wait there. Back to E3. So Microsoft, a lot of games. If you care about exclusives, I think you'll like what Microsoft is offering. If you care about TV, I think you'll also like what Microsoft is offering. If you live in the United States and you care about TV and you care about exclusives, I think the Xbox One will probably be for you. But if you live in Europe, where you won't get access to any of that TV stuff immediately, then it's not so attractive. If you don't care about exclusives, it's not so attractive. If you care about not having a stable internet connection and not having to authenticate once every 24 hours, then that is going to cost as well. You're going to care about that. So I think there comes to a lot of ifs there. Here you can see how well I'm doing, actually. Not terrible. All-ins 1 versus lost 19, it says I've won. That's surprising. So this game I'm doing relatively well in. Yeah, and then there was EA and Ubisoft in the previous version of this, where I was talking to myself. I kind of like went into detail, but there wasn't much to discuss there. Both of them showed a lot of games, a lot of good games. There was Battlefield 4 that looks beautiful. A lot of destruction there. Seemed like you could bring down tower blocks. If you could do that, maybe even if selected places, that would be good. And they had like loads of people out on stage playing the game at once, which shows the power of 64 players playing Battlefield. Amazing. Very good. And then Ubisoft did their best to be good, and they were actually pretty good as well. They showed The Division, which was a new game. Tom Clancy's The Division, because they bought Clancy's name. Clancy has not got access to his name anymore. Very depressing trailer, but it looked pretty good to me. I mean, it's a lot of questions still about what it actually is, but it's from the makers of World in Conflict, massive, and World in Conflict, one of the best games of all time, so hopefully in good hands. And they also showed like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but Assassin's Creed these days, I really don't know where it's going. Is Desmond still even a thing in Assassin's Creed? Oh, hello. Yeah, you're down there. We will play soon. You've got a lovely top hat. Bye-bye.
I'm in.
And then at the end of the day, it was Sony. Sony. What do I want to do? I want to fold, because that's a terrible hand. You can only go in on good hands in this, I swear.
Check.
I'll bet.
If you have no good hands, don't go in. Don't try to bluff.
Fold.
Either the AI is cheating or the AI is cheating.
Oh, you guys are way too easy.
Way too easy. Alright. Yeah, Sony. So Sony was probably the best E3 conference I've ever watched. It was quite amazing. They showed a ton of games. But the most amazing thing was their systematic destruction of Microsoft. They really, they saw an opening and they went for it. They immediately, it was what's his name, the president of SEA. SEA? Yeah, SCEA, I think. Jack Tretton was up there, and he said, he came out and said, the PlayStation 4 will allow you to trade games, and the people who were Sony fans in the audience, hopefully not the journalists, went, yay! And then he also said, it will not require you to be connected to the internet to authenticate, and then he went, yay! And then he whispered very quietly, or, well, the thing said, it requires you to have PlayStation Plus to play online, and they still went, yay, even though, well, they probably didn't notice that at the time. And then the final thing was the final nail in the coffin, probably, we think, maybe. It's too early to say. For Microsoft, $399 in the United States, £329 Oh no, £349 in Britain, and €399 in the Eurozone for the price. So $100 cheaper than the Xbox One for the PS4. I think that is going to persuade a lot of people initially to go for that, especially in these hard economic times we are all living in. People want good value for money, and so they are not going to want to pay more than necessary.
I'll sit this one out and work on my poker face for a while.
It makes sense for them to charge for multiplayer, because charging for multiplayer is what Microsoft have been doing for the past, almost decade, and millions of people are happy to pay for that. I'm not one of them, but people must be happy, so we're going to call that, actually. Probably a bad idea. Oh, see, I'm letting him bully me here.
Oh, that's smart.
Not smart. No, I agree. Oh, 10-10. Ah, I think it was pretty smart. Unless you've got the final 10, I'm gonna. Let's just bet a small amount.
Not bad. Not really
I bet
good,
he
but
now
not
knows. Look at his face. He knows. He's folding.
I'll win.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yep.
bad. Oh, fuzz nuggets.
Excellent. Call it.
Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Because honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing.
I know you don't. Excellent hand. Excellent hand. You have 1% chance of winning. He will now win. That's the ironic thing.
Yeah, I'm dead. Get on with it.
Mr. Sampson
There we go.
has a pair of tens.
That was your
The
own
player
fault,
has
sir.
A straight. The player wins.
Oh, I had a
Don't
straight.
be
Oh,
cocky,
that's actually
kid.
better. There you go.
Brock Sampson has been eliminated.
Bye, Brock Sampson.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go blot this evening.
This
out of
game
my
is going
head with a
so
bucket
much
of
better than the
blue
first game I
ice.
played when no one was listening to me. Incredible. I'm actually winning. It's just me and Sam. Poker Nemesis. No, that's Tycho.
Oh, great.
Got
I'm
massive
gonna make
feet.
small talk with a mute.
Why do I get the great hands now? Let's raise it. Let's raise it to everything. Go all
You
in.
know, most people would think twice about honking off a 6-foot-tall dog with an itchy trigger finger.
Yep.
One of us just stepped into a world of pain.
Yeah.
I hope it wasn't me, because I'm not wearing any shoes.
What have you got? 2 and a 5.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Let's see. Doesn't help. Does help. I got 3 of a kind. That's fine. That's good. That's good. See, I'm cannot focus
Looks
on the
like
game.
I've gone belly up. And so is my hand.
Excelente.
Sam has
Bye, Sam.
queen high, and you have 3 of a kind.
Excellent.
The player wins the hand.
Don't get cocky, kid.
I am. What's that mean? So I get something. Hooray! Achievement unlocked. What are we getting? Orb of Mysteriousness. I don't know what that actually gets me. Oh, there you go. Don't have Borderlands 2, so that doesn't matter. And never played Team Fortress 2, so, okay. But you know, it's good to win something. And I won the game. That's the important thing. Let's return to the game. Actually, let's play some Omaha, even though I don't know how to play Omaha very well.
Time for more bounty challenges.
These challenges are just weird. Win a tournament.
The buy-in, please.
Where do they get all this money from? I want to look at... I want to look. Show me.
Ah,
And I'm out.
I call.
I call.
Okay, what do I have to do? Win a tournament, deploy a table unlockable set from Army of Darkness. Oh, well, I don't have that yet. Although I could probably probably actually unlock it now. Have I got enough chips or whatever you have to get to unlock it? 60, 120, 180. Not really. I can unlock some of these things. Let's unlock the... yeah, the deck. And then we have to wait. So we will go back to the Salmon Max theme. For them. Beautiful Salmon Max. Ooh, that shouldn't be there. Mariachis! We are going to check. Oh, now I
Let's poke this pot with
can't
the
remember
pointy
how to
sticks
play
of
Omaha.
mathematical certainty.
I'm gonna fold.
Really?
This is probably a bad idea to play Omaha. I wish I could remember how to play it.
Raise.
I think I'll call.
Oh,
Mysterious. So, anyway, back to E3. We were nearly at the end. We were nearly at the end of day one, at least.
Okay. I'll bet.
Sony playing the hard card for being the console for
Yeah,
the
I'm in.
informed gamer, I would say. You know, the people who have been watching E3, the people who have been listening to all this stuff, will probably conclude
Check.
the PlayStation 4 is a better deal.
oh,
The question is, what will the man on the
I'll
street
check.
who doesn't know anything about E3, doesn't know it exists, do? You know,
Brock has.
and that's an
a
entirely different question. It's really difficult to answer that.
Ash has a string.
I think only in November will we know,
Sam
really.
has a pair of jacks. Mr. Williams wins the pot.
But yeah,
Come
Microsoft
to
Conference
Daddy.
was okay. EA was okay as well. Ubisoft was pretty good with The Division. Probably favourite game of show, potentially. Although I didn't see much of it. And then Sony was probably the best overall. They had loads of games. They had, what's the new game from the guys at Respawn Entertainment? It is Titanfall. And they also had Shadowfall. There are two games with Fall. Shadowfall is the Killzone game. Again, not interested. But Titanfall looked pretty good. And like I said, Destiny as well did look pretty good for Sony. Microsoft. So I think that will be an interesting game eventually when it comes out. I think we still have to wait until 2014 though for that. So in all, yeah, one to watch, I feel. But then the rest of the show continued. There was a lot of stuff to see.
Oh, is it my turn?
GameSpot.com
Sorry, I thought I was caught in a loop for a second.
did a lot
I
of,
got my car's blowing chunks again.
GameSpot.com did a lot
Are we sure
of
these
content.
chips are safe to touch?
Um,
I've had some bad experiences with interdimensional
There
portals.
were some weird things like
I wouldn't
Fantasia.
worry about
Why is that a
Today,
Fantasia
over
game? It's got nothing about
578
Fantasia.
million objects and organisms have passed through Aperture Science portals with insignificant side effects.
Define insignificant.
Approximately 0.002% of all objects that pass through a portal acquire trace amounts of fractal, positronic, antimatter in the process.
All in.
For 30,000. You see, this is why I hate Ash. What can you do with that?
I say unto thee, they that sow shall reap the mother-loving world.
We haven't even seen the hands in the middle. Ash did have a pretty... Well, they both had... Ash's hand is pretty good. Oh. Ash may have this one.
Son of a...
Mr. Williams.
Brock
has
takes it
the
in the
pair.
end.
Brock Samson
That's how
has
this game
the
always
pair.
goes.
Brock wins with the higher pair.
The AI is cheating or the AI is cheating. Telltale claim they aren't cheating, but
Anyways, fractal
They are.
positronic antimatter. I love that stuff.
yes you do.
That's the fresh off of skags in seconds, man.
He's joking. It
What?
actually takes
What happened to her there? She like, what? She like just disappeared.
Funny.
Cool.
want to alarm you, but I think you're having a psychotic break.
I agree. What am I doing?
Jerkwads is bluffing. Sure, why not?
He's bluffing. You're bluffing.
Nah.
I like my poker with a little betting.
Yes.
Call.
It's best of my two. Oh, I've got a two pair. All right, we'll call that. It's 3 cards from the center with 2 of mine. I think that's how it
I'll
is.
check that.
Is that how it is? Let's check the rules. No, that's not it. Tutorial. What is poker? No, we know that. What is Omaha? Dealt 4 cards. Make using. Yeah. Omaha. Yeah, we don't know who created Omaha. Oh, the door is ringing, so I will have to go and answer the door. But we reached the end anyway. I hope you enjoyed Poker Night at the Inventory, or Poker Night 2. I will see you some other time when I've answered the